There is an agreement in place on the biggest sale in sports franchise history, and it's the Lakers who are fetching the price tag. Sources telling our Shams Charania that the Buss family is selling the team they've owned for 46 years to Dodgers controlling owner Mark Walter for a $10 billion valuation, nearly $4 billion more than the Celtics were sold for 3 months ago. Jeanie Buss will remain the governor of the Lakers and will run the team for, quote, at least a number of years. Sources told ESPN's Ramona Shelburne Jerry Buss bought the Lakers in 1979 for $67.5 million, or roughly $9.9 billion, less than they sold it for. Our reporter, David McMenamin, covers the most expensive franchise in the NBA, and he joins us now. Dave, what have you been told about why the Buss family decided to sell the team? I guess besides the fact that they're getting $10 billion out of the deal.
Yeah, the most expensive franchise in any league in the United States of America, David. And I think you look back to 2021, as soon as Mark Walter bought a minority stake in the Lakers, I'm told that beginning that day, this day of the sale became a real possibility, if not already a foregone conclusion. Now you look at the success that Walter's had with the Dodgers over the last several seasons, winning the World Series last year, pumping a lot of money into that franchise and making it a money maker in today's modern economy in pro sports. It made a lot of sense. This would be someone who could take care of the Lakers franchise moving forward. And then throw in the fact 18 months ago, Mark Cuban sells the majority stake in the Dallas Mavericks. 3 months ago, Wyc Grousbeck and the Celtics are sold for $6 billion. Grousbeck and Cuban are two of Jeanie Buss's closest confidants when it comes to the NBA ownership community. And so I'm just told a lot of things came together at this moment to make it the right time. And how do you turn down an offer of $10 billion?
Hard to do, that's for sure. You spoke about Mark Walter, the success he's had with the Dodgers. How might new ownership change the future and the direction of the Lakers, Dave?
Well, as you mentioned, Ramona Shelburne's reporting that Jeanie Buss is expected to be the governor moving forward for a period of time, not necessarily just a transition, but for years to come. Speaking to people close to both Luka and LeBron James, there's excitement about this move for what it means for this team. Obviously having someone like Mike Walter doesn't mean that all of a sudden the salary cap goes out the window. There's a new collective bargaining agreement in place that has punitive measures for teams that overspend. You lose draft picks. You can't make trades and aggregate salaries, et cetera, when you reach towards the second apron. But what you can do is add extra spending towards your scouting department, your analytics department, your health and wellness staff, et cetera, to make it an even more inviting environment other than just having the 72 and sunny weather that we have out here in Southern California.
Again, the Buss family selling the Lakers after 46 years of ownership for a reported $10 billion. Dave McMenamin giving us the very latest there.
Family has owned that team since 1979. It's been a good run, starting with the Sixers and the Lakers in the 1980 NBA Finals. You had Magic Johnson leading the Lakers to victory, closed it out in Game 6 without Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Magic Johnson was the Finals MVP. It was the Lakers' 7th NBA championship. Johnson, 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists.
He's still doing it 7 years later. This time against the Celtics. Lakers down 1 in Game 4. That iconic hook shot over Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish. The watershed moment of those finals. Lakers win it in 6 games.
New era of players, next generation. Shaq, Kobe, this dynasty, the 2000 Western Conference Finals. Putting on a show, capping it off with the alley-oop to put Game 7 away. The Lakers then would advance to win the NBA Finals. That was against the Pacers. That was also the beginning of their run of 3 consecutive championships. So that was number 1 in 2000. Number 2 came in 2001. They faced the Sixers, falling in Game 1. They took the next 4 games to pick up the 2nd consecutive championship. Shaq won the Finals MVP for the 2nd straight year. And obviously the dynasty continued because I said already, this was a three-peat. And number 3 came in, do the math, 2002. Took on the Kings in the Western Conference Finals before returning to their 3rd straight finals. Robert Horry, how about that three-pointer as time expired to put the Lakers over the Kings. They moved on to the finals, swept the Nets, and completed three-peat. That gave Jerry Buss his 8th NBA championship.
Then the Shaq Kobe came in completely, but Kobe stuck around. Yeah. And had the best game of his career in 2006 against the Raptors. Went off for 81 points, second highest single game scoring performance behind only Wilt's 100. Here's what Kobe had to say about it after the game.
These are all people. These are all fans. It feels great to put on a great show here at Staples Center and see if we can't get some more W's in the process.
They got more W's. Fully, obviously with Shaq, but more wins came. They made it back to the finals against Boston in 2008. This was in 2010. Looking to win back-to-back championships. Lakers and the Celtics, they took it to 7 games. Lakers came out with the win. Kobe wins the finals MVP. The Lakers got their repeat to win their 16th championship in franchise history. And that was number 10 for the Bucks family.
6 years later, Kobe's final game, capping off his 20-year career against the Jazz. And what a finish. Kobe went for 60 in his last game. Now, listen, it took him 50 shots, not his most efficient game, but still just a sensational performance by Kobe Bryant. And here he is with his family watching with that iconic and terse final line.
What can I say? Mamba out.
And you look at that and hear that a little differently now. There was another new era for this franchise back in 2020. Perhaps an era that we collectively wanted to forget, but this was 2020. LeBron James and the Lakers in the bubble. LeBron had that triple-double, 28 points, 10 assists, and 14 rebounds. Anthony Davis had the 19 points and 15 rebounds. That was the unprecedented season. But it was also their 17th championship and number 11 for the Bucks family.
And then in 2023, LeBron breaks Kareem's all-time scoring record with this shot right here. The fadeaway over Kenrich Williams. They stopped the game. LeBron celebrated by the crowd and his family immediately and passed the crown by the legend himself, Kareem.
We have more from the NBA coming up, including more on the NBA Finals. What the Pacers need to game plan for with their main man potentially out of the mix. Plus the Stanley Cup, well, that was awarded Tuesday. Wait till you see the insane 24 hours that thing has had since it was lifted by the Panthers. And we've got some good news and some bad news for the Yankees as they look for their first one in nearly 40 innings. What has ahead on Sports?
Nominee. This will be Astros in 8 out of 5. Astros up 2-1. Deep in the hole, Jeremy Pena. Like Baryshnikov, or cheater, or whatever you want to say, but getting up in the air and somehow has the lift and the arm strength to get it across.
Previously on SportsCenter. A summer with the Panthers, as you just saw, can be a dangerous one. Lord Stanley went swimming in the ocean because Matthew Tkachuk thought that was a good idea. Sam Bennett and Tkachuk, they teamed up to take Lord Stanley and make him an accessory to murder. Did Roberto Luongo have to stay with the cup before or after Tkachuk? Is how is Lord Stanley sanitized? I'm all fired up with my pasta being out inside. Thoughts and prayers to the Stanley Cup. May it summer with the Panthers lead. #bless. To a developing story now. How silly was I thinking we could go a full 24 hours without needing to update this? Our thoughts and prayers remain with the Cup because it did not make it off the ice without sustaining damage. It now looks like Chip from Beauty and the Beast. That happened midnight-ish. The Cup, however, remained unfazed. And we know this because not only does it have feelings, it has social media, obviously. And whatever happens next is its own fault, except for maybe this little sojourn to Sasha Barkov's neighborhood. Dude took the Cup to visit his neighbor. All caught on the ring camera. Is 5 a.m. too late to ring the doorbell? No, it is not. In fact, it is too early to not knock when that neighbor does not immediately answer. Who was with Barkov? How'd they get there? Did they Uber? I want to talk to that driver. And the guy who thought this was a good idea. Pack off the golf cart, boys. Grab the Cup, and Chuck's got us a date at the elbow room. Are they open late? Or is this early? Because that group is well lubricated. Did you see Brian Martin's face? And speaking of Martin, too late or too early for the petty, and I want you to just drink this in. Drink in the little drink goblin over here, who has not slept in a minute. But take stock of what we see here. In his left hand, the craft research team at Bristol and Kimberly, that's our director, by the way. We believe that this is a coffee. That's like a spiked seltzer. You got the cigar, obligatory at this point, in that hand. Under the crook of the elbow. That is at least another beer. James Hunt might disagree, but that is obviously the breakfast of champions.
All right, so in honor of our producer Evan and the rest of Boston, some notable successes after leaving the Hub. Ray Bork, 21 years for the Bruins, gets traded to the Avs in 2000, and a year later, he finally raises the Stanley Cup. First time before he hangs up the skates.
A decade later, Ray Allen left the Celtics big three for another big three. Left Boston, went to the Heat, where he hit one of the greatest shots in NBA Finals history. And then the Heat won the title. First year out of Boston for Ray Allen.
Baseball, one of the more lopsided trades ever. The Red Sox dealt Mookie Betts to the Dodgers in 2020. Got back a package headlined by Alex Verdugo. And in a COVID short season, LA won their first World Series since 1988. Mookie a big part of it.
This feels like the big one, though, because a month after that, Tom Brady left the Patriots, and Ron Gronkowski came with him. They took the talents to Tampa Bay, and you get the thing by this point. Brady and Gronk, in their first year away from Boston, they won the Super Bowl. It was Brady's seventh, and the Patriots have made the playoffs exactly once since that's Parker.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's Walter Atkinson Jr. I'm about to get the heck away from my YouTube channel, so peace out, have a good day.